Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another season of Division 3 Rush Racing brought to you by AI 369. I am here, the man, Dynasty Sparrow is the main comms. Alongside me is my other guy in Panic. How are we, mate?
Hello, hello. Not too bad, not too bad today. Let's see what Div 3 can deliver for us tonight.
Yeah, looking forward to it. Obviously, we were meant to do Div 6, but we actually had to swap a few things around, so looking forward to this race though. This is a stacked grid. You've got the likes of I'll just rattle off a couple of names. You've got the Hennessy who's come up from Div 4 trying to go back to back in titles. You've got Plugger, you've got Squash Josh, you've got Oblivion, you've got Marzi, the TP of McLaren, you've got Paddy Pat, you've got Protein Group, you've got a lot of fast drivers, and including its Dido as well. So this is going to be a very, very interesting season.
Yeah, I think Dino is going to be quite quick here, so I want to see where he finishes tonight on the quali times. So I think he should be up there with the boys. So be interesting race to see, especially here we can get a massive toe from your team if you work together with your teammate. As you know yourself, you did it yourself in D4. You can get a huge toe here and get some great times.
Yeah, yeah, it's going to be very interesting. Yeah, and you'd probably have to say, just looking at raw pace wise, Dido is probably the one main uh, top of the line contender, but I don't think he'll run away with it. As I said, you've got the likes of Plugger, Marzi, Squash, Josh, Hennessy, even I believe on those, and even Mike Donaldi. On their day, they can take it out.
Yeah, I'm quite excited to see what Hennessy can do. I did race him last season in D4, and he's the champion of D4. So I'm really excited to see what Hennessy can do here tonight as well, including the McLaren boys, obviously. And Protein Group in Div 3. I think Protein Group can move up the grid as well.
Yeah, we did see pace from him in Div 4 last season as well, and he was really quick in qualifying. So I think all he needs to realistically improve on is just some of that racecraft. But other than that, he is very fast on the grid. So he's going to be our first one to get underway with Division 3 on his lap. So we've got the sprint quali. So some people have went out on softs, some people have went out in mediums, which is not a bad idea to start off with the mediums and then go back to the softs.
Yeah, that's what I did, just to get a few laps in, get the feel of the car, feel of the track, and also Paddy Pat. I think this is the first official race here this season. Since being the first race. So I'm interested to see Paddy Pat what can do here as well against these boys.
Yeah, me too. It's going to be really interesting to see who will bring it tonight in Monza and take home the win. Um, it's going to be really hard to tell. You can pretty much throw a dart at this grid and probably land on any winner here. I think they all have the pace to win.
Yeah, they're all potential winners here. There's a lot of potential winners here. I probably reckon at least 10 drivers or so that can win this race. But what do you think is going to be the quality time here?
um, I think probably for the sprint quali, maybe the low 119s. I'd be surprised if someone got 118s in sprint
With
quali.
a toe, maybe with a
Ye-
toe they could, but it's very
Yeah,
difficult
but I think the track wouldn't be as warm as it would be in Q1, in the feature
for
race
the
one.
race. Yeah.
But I think it'd be probably the really low 19s, and then for the main quali, I think you'll be seeing some 18s.
Yeah, there'd be some. I think there'd be definitely few people in the 18s there. So as we got Protein Group taking the pole position at the moment with 19.8, he's the quickest one. But he's on softs though. Plug up right behind him, 5 tenths behind him roughly on those mediums. So let's see what they can do once the track warms up. We've got 8 minutes to go.
Yeah, and also obviously, yeah, as you said, with the toe as well, we could potentially see someone in the 18s here, but I highly doubt it. I think it will be probably the lowest, probably in 19.1. Bolts has
Uh,
just
uh,
put it P1 on mediums on
I, I,
19.6.
I think the quality, the pole will be here, probably 18.8 with the toe. I believe that's the time that they're gonna have
Yeah,
pole position. But with the tie, obviously, if you know, especially Monza, it's easy to work together. You know, if you get out, we've seen that in all divisions. If you get out at the same time as a teammate, and you keep that 5 tenths or 6 tenths gap from each other, you'll gain a massive toe.
So we're actually kind of seeing it here with Sebi and Paddy Pat trying to work together here. So one's following the other, hoping for the toe. So they're both on their laps. Oh no, someone has went off, which is Sebi.
Yeah,
He's just pulled off. So Paddy Pat is on his lap. So we'll stay on board with him. It's it's very interesting to see because this track, a lot of people run 0-0, but then some people run a bit higher wings as well. See, Oblivion goes now pole with a 19.5 on those mediums.
it depends. It depends how. Oh, he's nearly
Bit of a
lost it
snap.
there. It just depends on the tire wear. How well can you preserve the tires in the race? To be honest with you, is the wings.
Yeah, yeah, that's the other thing. And also your battery here as well. So in qualifying, as we're on board with Paddy Pat, I think he's run a little bit too low of battery. I feel like
Yeah,
you want to be still holding about 40% coming into this final straight.
yeah,
Because,
definitely.
yeah, you'd lose so much time just in this section alone.
Yeah, you need about 20% coming out of this kind of besides last turn here. You need about 20% to burn over the line.
Yeah, as we see, With Matif has left the session, so we'll try to get him back in. Have you got him
Oh,
added?
yes, give me a sec.
That's all right. And Paddy Pat has just run a 120.4 on those mediums, so not a bad lap at all. As things will start to heat up, we've got Dito on track as well. His fuel lights absolutely flashing, so he will run out at the start of the next lap if he doesn't come in right now.
Did you say with Matif?
Yes, yeah.
Yeah, invite sent if the engineer is watching the stream, so invite has been sent.
As Pluggo runs a 19.511 and Dito runs a 120.091. So the only ones to not settle up at the moment are RK Gaming, YNWA Saints, and PSD Sebi, who is in the pits.
Every time I watch Saints' name, it reminds me of that song YMCA, so I just say Saints.
And he runs a 120.8, 0.87. Sorry, I probably absolutely murdered that, but
Yeah.
as we see, actually, the top of the grid there, a Plugger and Oblivion are within
Yeah,
0.001 of each other.
very close. Very close. Plug on 3 laps, mediums, and Oblivion on 1.
Even this whole grid is pretty close. All the way down to P18 is
Yeah.
within 1.1.
I think in the sprint, not so much, it is a sprint, so, everyone is around. But for the race, I think the racecraft is definitely going to play a big, big role here today because it's a very fast track. And they are very close together. There's a lot of drivers that got pretty much similar pace.
Yeah, yeah, and a lot of them with similar racecraft as well. A lot of these guys have really good racecraft, so we're going to see a couple of overtakes here and there. Hopefully, no one pushing anyone else wide, sort of thing. Yeah, and going to look forward to a lot of onboard action with a lot of these drivers.
Yeah, well, at least they had a whole week of racing, so they've every single division is raced so far. They are the last division to race for this round one, and they would have obviously seen what happened in the other divisions. So hopefully they won't make the same mistake coming into turn one.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. As we see Arcade Gaming, I believe he's about to pull off into the pits. He certainly is. So everyone is in the box apart from Protein Group, who will be Paddy Pat, who is currently setting a time. He's right behind his teammate, getting that toe. He's got a lot of battery on him, so he'll set his final lap here. I would say I don't think he can get around and come back in. He's pulled
No,
off, I think. No, he hasn't. He's kept
he's got
going.
no battery left.
He's ran a better time though, 120.2.
Yeah,
So
but
he's
one
moved up a
one and a half
couple.
tenths. Yep. But he's on those mediums though.
As we see,
He,
Protein Group is now about to set his final lap.
To
And
be honest with you, he should have gone to pits and put the softs on. I mean, these guys on the softs are going to run a crazy time. He's on 4 lap old mediums, and he won't have time to pit and get out again. So he might be actually out of this.
yeah, sorry, I've just realized that there's been an onboard. My actual Twitch chat must have froze because The last message I saw was, I think, from Dragon earlier on. So hold on, I'm reloading it. My apologies, guys.
Sorry, boys. I did not see that either, so should have let
Oh,
the
there we go.
main
So,
host know.
sorry, I will go on board Dido when he starts his lap. That's fine. So he'll be coming out soon for his lap. Yeah, sorry, it froze on me. So we're back though. We're good. As we'll just stay
Right,
on
can we
board
chuck
with.
on board, please? Yep.
Yeah, I certainly will when he comes out the pits. If he doesn't come out the pits, can you pick someone else? But I believe he is now leaving. If that's his car, it's come out. Yep.
Yep.
All right. So this is about to get spicy. It's going to be very interesting. So you think they're going to run into the 18s, whereas I think they'll run at the low 19s. So we'll see who is correct here.
We'll see. We'll
There'd
see.
be a huge gain. You'd have to gain 5 or more temps.
If you had the right toe, if you work with your team, I definitely believe you should be in the 18s.
Now I'm not sure if my chat has decided to freeze up again. All I see is the stream elements. No, we're good. We're good.
Nah, we're good,
We're
mate.
good. I can see it scrolling. That's good.
Welcome, Thunderbolt.
So who do you think's going to get pole here? Panic?
Oh, to be honest with you, I could not pick it. Not with the talent we got in Div 3, so they're very close together.
Yeah, yeah. I think if Dido gets this correct, he could put it right up there. But from what I've seen, Plugger being obviously on his team, he has put in the practice this week. So I would be surprised if he loses pole from here. But yeah, we all know one mistake around one corner and invalidate. That's the end of that, and can hand it to anyone else. As we are on board with Dido as he comes around sector 1. Gets it really good, comes out really good into the end of sector 1 and nearly the start of sector 2. We've got a Haas who's pulled into the gravel, who's coming back on but stays off the track. He needs to get on, otherwise he'll get penalised. I don't want to see that. Takes that right. He has a bit of a moment. He's still on the grass. So not the best lap so far, but I would say he is improving.
And his teammate has improved 4 tenths, so he's a P9.
Has a bit of a snap as well. Coming into the second DRS point down towards sector 3. The back straight shifty flight goes at 19.3, so we are getting much quicker here. Will we see it into the 18s? Or will we see the low 19s as the Haas gets out of the way of the Mercedes in the background there? A lot of people are finishing. I believe that was Angus who set a P4 there. Boltaroo
Shifty
sets
fly with
P2.
P1.
Dido is about to go into the 119s and it'll be a 119.4 into P2. But right behind him, I believe that's Sebi who's boxed, and that was the other Williams of Daniel T. Plugger's coming around. Oh, Squash Josh, sorry, 119.1. Plugger with a 119.3, so does improve, but unfortunately does not get pole. Does Oblivion? No, Oblivion's way up on his time. He'll just miss. Oh, he's invalidated. My bad.
I
See that?
it. No.
So Squash gets pole with a
That's a grid.
119.1. I stand corrected.
Yes, you do. 191 is our pole position. That's a great time.
Yeah, that is fast, and the whole pretty much down to P18 within a second.
Yeah, they're very close together. As I said, it's going to be a tough race.
Yeah, it's going to be really good. Hopefully, people learn that it's not one into turn 1, but we'll wait and see how it goes. But there is your qualifying. So you got Squash Josh P1, Plugger P2, Shifty Flight P3. So that rounds out your top 3 with Dido, Boltaroo, Oblivion, Hennessy, Angus, Protein Group, and Marzi rounding out your top 10 with Sebi, Arcade Gaming, Mike Donaldi, Callie with Matif, Daniel T, YNWA Saints, Paddy Pat, Top, and Dan the Racer to round out the grid. So we're going to also see who burnt the most tyres as well. So if someone's used a lot of soft tyres or medium tyres in the in the qualifying.
Yeah, there's a few blokes that just use the mediums that didn't even go for the softs.
Yeah, so potentially maybe saving it for the race here, or even I don't know if you can save it for the next qualifying.
I don't think the softs will last here. I think the sprint race is 9 laps. I don't think even if you're the greatest of preservers of tire that you can last 9 laps of softs here. You'll just lose too much time on the medium runners.
Yeah, you'd be absolutely pushing it. You'd be
Yeah,
absolutely pushing it.
probably after lap 7, you just die off with pace. I think they'll be much quicker. You couldn't sustain that, that grip
Nah,
throughout
yeah,
the
that's
corners
exactly right.
with
You would just get absolutely swamped about lap 6 or 7 by
7. Yeah,
everyone
so
on those
those
mediums.
last 2 laps, you'll get slaughtered.
Yep, as we're waiting for the
Here we go.
red lights to go. We got 3, we got 4, we got 5, and we are underway. And Squash is at the front of the pack, which is different from the last season where he got absolutely murdered coming into turn 1. He got squeezed out. As everyone has gotten away cleanly, do we see any
Oh,
contact? We do not. We see a bit of bumping on side by side, but that's fine. Keeping it on track, everyone has gotten through safely. Paddy Pat has moved up a couple of positions, which is really good for him. I believe that is 3 positions gained so far for Paddy Pat. So I believe his rival this season is Marzi, who's in 10th at the moment. As they go 3 wide into the chicane, Marzi backs out of it though. Really well done. It could have ended really badly.
yeah.
As they're about to go 3 wide again. Oh,
That's
and
right.
RK's bumped
Oh,
and went off track. Paddy Pats went past into P12, but there's
oh, there's 3 of them
absolute
off track.
carnage.
There's 3 of them off track. RK, Sebi, and Kelly.
So as we
Oh
know, there
no.
is no safety cars in the sprint race. So unfortunately, if you do get wiped out, you are unfortunately chasing tail all the way to
And
the end of this race.
they've all got end plate missing. The Red Bull Arca Gaming's got both end plates missing.
Yep, as we
So
see
he's
him
got a
coming around the corner there. So
yeah,
you'd probably be boxing here and retiring the car in
yeah,
20th, 18th, and
100%.
19th with damage. Save your tyres
Nothing
at
with my
least.
teeth. Yes, with my teeth just got damage as well coming to the last
Sebi
turn.
has retired
Battling.
on track.
Oh no.
That is not allowed. That will be investigated by the onboard.
Yep.
Yeah, should have just waited for the pit and tire the
Yeah,
car.
it was close. Yeah, it was close to the pit center. Should have just put in the pits, mate, and retired. So, do we have an onboard steward
Uh,
tonight?
we certainly do. I believe it's Dragon tonight, so Dragon will be probably marking it down
Yeah,
as a
hopefully it will.
naughty. But
Naughty, naughty.
we'll go to positions gained, and I believe our biggest winner will be Paddy Pat so far, up to P12. So he is closing in on his rival in Marzi. The next biggest winner, I would say, is Daniel T and WRL top up 5 positions, and Dan Racer up 5, Oblivion up 3,
Yep.
Plugger up 1, who's taken the lead from Squash. But I believe they will just be swapping positions right to the end, and then pretty much
The
anything
biggest loser
goes.
is Arca Gaming having 7 positions.
Yeah, or Sebi even, he lost 9, so
Yeah,
out
but
the
he's
race
out the
as well.
race, so
Yeah. As you see, Mike Donaldi and Paddy Pat swapping positions here. And Paddy Pat seems to get the better run out of the last corner. Plugger takes fastest, but then Dito steals it off him. Multiple people actually stole it off him. As Squash Josh retakes the lead down into turn 1. So this front 6 are just trying to run away from Angus at the moment.
oh,
But they are
it's a
leaving the
bit of,
room
they're locked
required.
wheels.
The
I
McLaren
think
going side
Hennessy
by
and
side with
Protein Group.
Bolts.
Protein
This could...
Group and Hennessy are coming to contact the locking wheels. Oh no. Oh no. That was close. I don't know how they didn't DNF.
And you know
But
what's
Paddy
that?
Pat has capitalized on that.
Oh,
Oh, they made
but then,
contact.
yep, and I think Paddy Pat's just gotten damage from that.
I don't know how
Oh,
Marzi.
Mike Donati's
That
going
was.
side by side with him.
Yeah,
WR
they're
tells him
pushing
what to
hard.
do.
It's only lap 3.
Yeah, a lot of these are absolutely burning their battery as well. And Mike Donati's looking to make a second move onto the little bit of
Oh
the
no.
grass. Oh,
This is going to be close.
he goes off track a little bit, has a bit of a moment. So Top has
Oh.
probably got the better run out the corner. He's got the more battery as well as YNWA Saint has sent it into the wall, losing control of his car.
I think this is going to
In
hurt
Ascari.
Mike. No ERS, so he's definitely going to hurt him coming on this straight.
Yeah, top has the run, has the battery, has the DRS, and he will be making that move. Paddy Pat's up to P10. He just has 2 more positions to make up, and then he'll be
Oh, they're
within
going
the
to go 3
points.
wide.
Oh no. Oh, and the McLaren of
Contact.
Marzi loses his wing and gets a 10-second for corner cutting. I think he was just trying to do evasive action with that overspeed. He stays
He
on the
just tried
outside
to
of the
avoid
track.
Paddy.
Oh, there's a
That was
spin. Oblivion is spun around and off the track.
Oh, geez, it's all happening in this sprint race.
Yeah, it certainly is. Certainly is. There's been a lot of drama here. A lot of
It's always
contact that
turn
could
1 in
be
Monza,
avoided.
isn't it? It's
Yeah.
always turn 1, isn't it? So summer breaks a bit earlier, and some of the DRS and the battery on coming from behind, and yeah, it's really a hard one.
Yeah, as
But the
there's Dan
top
the
3,
Racer is out. That's
oh, he's out, and Saints is
yep.
out as well.
Yeah, so Saints DNF'd the lap earlier in the same spot,
Yeah,
and Dan the Racer just did the same thing. So exit stage left, and he is out. So we are down to 17 drivers in this sprint race. Marzi is coming in the box. I would say this is probably going to be an early lights out for him as he gets a 10-second for speeding the
oh,
pits.
not 10 seconds. Yeah,
I
so he's
would
going to serve 10 seconds for collision, and now he's going to have another 10 seconds for speeding pit lane.
He's retired, so he's called it a day for the sprint, which is okay from back there because he did have damage.
Yeah, not going to gain anything with 4 laps to go.
Yeah, unless there's more contact up front, but these front 8 are racing really cleanly. As I say that, there's a bit of a moment from Bolts, but he does still hold on to that car. So yeah, we're seeing now the front 4 have broken away from Angus, and the back 4 is 5, 6, 7, and 8 have broken away from Oblivion. So there's a 4-pack of battles for spots.
Yeah, but the battle between With Matif, well, top, Petty Pat, and Mike Donnelly is heating up. They are definitely battling here.
Yeah, so they're just hoping for the front, well, 5, 6, 7, and 8 to start battling, but they've now caught up to It's Dido, so now we have an 8-horse race for that lead.
And Josh is still our leader.
Yep,
for now, but it's getting overtaken by Plugger.
So I would say, yep, Plugger will take the lead. Squash will just follow suit and just sit right behind him. Shifty Flight has had a solid race in third, just chilling out, waiting. But Dido has now dropped off, so he's out of that DRS and he's trying to burn.
He's lost the DRS.
Trying to burn to catch up.
Oh no! So they were top 8 with DRS, all 8 with DRS, and now the Dido's dropped off. He's gonna have to burn a lot of battery if he's got any left.
Yeah, so
he's got about 55%.
The battery difference between him and Shifty isn't that big, but if you burn
but the DRS,
yeah,
the DRS is gonna it hurts in Monza. It really
certainly does. He's pulling it in, but
he's catching.
Yeah, he's in none though, and he's still using DRS and gaining time on him. So yeah, it's very interesting as he did make up some time there. Does he get into the DRS? He's almost there.
I believe he will.
There. No, he's not there. He's
he
closing in. Will he get it?
Oh, they're gonna break.
Hovering.
He is. Yep.
Oh
he's
no,
in DRS.
He maybe. I don't know.
I think he is, mate. I think he made it. He just made it.
And Oblivion is actually got shot out the back now in that same chicane.
He's got the DRS.
He got it.
He's got the DRS. Yeah, we talk about maybe 1 or 2 thousandths of a second. That's brought back the whole 8 of them. Now the whole grid back together.
Oh, Plugger goes for a late dive. I think that was a missed braking, but that is probably going to be looked at by the stewards there. Very late, but that's brought everyone back into it. So Dido's now
everyone back in, yeah.
Right back up. And they're going to go side by side. There's still 3 laps to go, lads. Let's chill out a bit.
Josh is on none. Josh on none, so they're all just stacking behind him like sardines at the moment. Oh no. They keep it pretty clean, which is good.
Oh, and yeah, it's a 8 horse battle here.
But this is going to be coming to the wire, isn't it?
Who's
To the
going to
last
have the
lap.
most battery? Who's going to
Who's going to
be...
have... Yeah, who's going to preserve the most?
So Angus has decided to start burning everything. Still 2 laps away.
Shifty has gone to P2 now. He's gone for the move to stick behind Josh.
Yeah, I'm not sure if there was damage there from Plugger. I know it was a very, very late move. Maybe just got caught not in the correct braking section.
I'll let you know now. No, he does not have any damage. Doesn't look like it.
So
But this is going to be interesting now to
Protein
turn
Group's
one.
going to try to make a couple moves here. He's got 60% battery, but sometimes battery is not enough
they're going
to
side
make
by
that
side.
move. Oh, they're all squeezing through. They're all keeping each other
Oh,
enough
no.
space.
Now,
This is going to be tight.
what do you think, Dynasty? Where would you want to be on that last set? Do you want to be P1, P2, P3? Where do you want to be here? Because they are so close together, the top 8.
Well, it's hard to say because, like, in my race, I was trying to save battery and I had 100% leading into some of that DRS straight there, the main one, and I still couldn't catch him. So you probably want to be sitting in P2
I believe so
and
too.
be making the
I
move
think,
either here or down this back straight and just use your battery. So that
yeah,
no one has DRS and you're just basically reliant on that. You have to have the most amount of battery to perform.
it's this exit here. It's this exit right here that you want to nail Dascari, and then just burn your life away to finish this race. So I reckon Squash Josh is in the optimal position here to take it.
He certainly is. They're all running pretty well the same amount of battery except for Plugger. So probably expect Plugger maybe to drop off a little bit here unless he does not burn, just decides, you know what, I'm gonna hold fire until the very end. But we should see Squash take the lead as the McLaren moves over a little bit late, but it's still fine. Gets it done just before turn 1. Makes it through, but overshoots the corner.
Oh,
Overshoots
he
it
gets undercut.
by a lot.
We did a switcheroo from Swifty. Wow.
So missed his braking completely. So this puts Shifty in the dominant position with Plugger right behind him. Plugger is absolutely burning to stay in front of Josh. You want to be in
They go too
P2
wide.
here, if anything, but they are going to go too wide. They get it done. One pulls out, though. Dino has a
Well
bit of a
done.
moment behind. He has the most battery, though, out of this whole pack. So can we
But
see
he's
him
lost time.
absolutely swallow up the grid?
Angus has lost time now to the top 4.
Yep, and as we're
It
still
has a
talking
moment
about
again.
this, 5, 6, 7, and 8 are still right on the heels of each other.
It's a top 4. They're going for it. So Angus is not 2 seconds behind.
Yep, top
It's the
4.
top 4. Let's see.
Top 4 and back 4 is going to be interesting battle right
Bring it
through.
home, Dynasty. Few more
So
corners.
Shifty Flight has 50% battery. Plugger only has 20%, not enough. Squash has not enough. And Dito has not enough. Shifty will more than likely take this win, but Plugger is going around the outside. He doesn't have enough battery to fight. I think Shifty will get this on battery alone, which he will. He'll bring it home P1 with Plugger P2, Dito P3,
battle.
Protein Group, Bolts, Angus, and Daniel T rounding out the top 8. What a finish.
Wow.
Even the back 5, 6, 7, and 8 within at least a tenth of each other to 2 tenths.
Yeah, look at that. How close is that? The 4 from P5, 6, 7, and 8.
Yeah, and also, obviously, we have to keep in mind if there is an onboard for Plugger for the missed braking, because I know he did make contact, but he did give the position back, so I don't know if that will be anything or not, but we'll have to wait and see. But that was a very, very good and
That was very
sprint.
exciting race, wasn't it? Very exciting sprint race there from Division 3. Well done.
Yeah, it certainly was. 3 seconds from 1st to 8th, which is insane.
We talked about it in quality, didn't we? We don't know who can win this race. They're all very quick and very close together.
Yeah, they're always quick on their day, and as I said, a couple of them did get knocked out early. So Oblivion and Marzi and Hennessy especially, there's
He
gonna be
had a
battle
moment
in
as well.
this
Yeah.
feature race. So there it is: Shifty Flight P1, Plugger P2, It's Dito P3, Josh P4, Protein P5, Boltsaru P6, Angus P7, Daniel T P8, Mugdonati P9, Paddy Pat P10. And there
There's
is
the screenshots as
the
well.
four DNFs of Marzi, Dan the Racer, YWA Saints, and PST Sebi.
Have you taken some screenshots, Dynasty? I've taken some, so just in case.
And now we're going to see people get into the 18.9s.
Yeah, I think this would be 17, 18 minutes of poly that the track's going to be ramping up quite a bit coming to the last 4 minutes of this quali.
Yeah, it certainly is.
That was that was quite exciting, this sprint race.
Yeah, Yuki, Ferrari is in the mud, but that's only the sprint. So more points are to be handed out in the main race. So if you want to be in the mud, the sprint is the place to be.
Yes, I can speak from experience right there.
Yeah, and that's all it takes, Sammy, is just chilling out and just bide your time until the correct time to overtake, and he did. Shifty Flight was definitely the better driver for the sprint, but we are now off to a new session, the feature race, so it's
Yeah,
anyone's ball game again.
as we said, it's that battery that really played a massive part in that last few meters coming towards the line, didn't it?
Yeah, it certainly did. I know Dito had the most, but he was too far back. As I said, you can have all the battery in the world, but unfortunately, if you are too far back, it would not do you any favors here in Monza because it is a pretty short track. But we have gotten underway with Q1. Well, there's only one qualifying session actually of the feature. What do you think of the full qualifying though for the normal races? Panic.
I reckon it's a great thing that we brought into Rush. I am new to full quali, although I did a few practice runs to be honest, and I think it's going to be very good. So you have obviously Q1, 2, and 3, and the track just ramps up more and more. Team team and strategy is going to be playing a massive part in the full quali, and I think that it's better for the drivers compared to last year with the one shot, that you have a better shot of showing what you got in quali.
Yeah, I think you're exactly right, and I think the tow as well will also be pivotal to some people making it through to Q3 and some not, or even Q2. So we'll have to wait and see in which team will work together best. As
Yeah,
it,
well, yeah, and strategy. Obviously, the strategy that you're gonna pull that's gonna be also taking a massive part in that full quali. You know.
yeah, and obviously it could be weather affected as well, so we could see some raining qualities here and there. So it's going to be interesting throughout the every division really. It's hard to pick a champion out of all of them. I think they're always stacked as each other, and I think all of them will probably go right down the wire, as we did see this race go right down to the wire. So I think it's anyone's ball game throughout the whole season. There's not going to be one clear-cut winner every race. I think you're going to have multiple. I believe there would be potentially 10 or 11 different winners this season.
Yeah, well, and you can't really pick any constructor that you can say that if they're gonna do worse than anyone else. All the constructors seem to have really good drivers. So this season is gonna be whoever wins this season's constructors is going to be, in my opinion, the top because they're really good. Everyone's so close together.
Yeah, yeah. I think the only there'd probably be only one exception to that, and I think everyone would agree. Actually, he got beaten on the weekend, but Campbell Adams, he's just on another level. But Abyss, well done to him. He did really well to take that out. But it's yeah, any other division, I think is going to be very tight, and it's going to be hard to pick the constructors winners for this division as well. Because there's a lot of good pairings here. You've got obviously Shifty Flight and Marzi. You've got Daniel T and It's Dito. You've got Squash Josh and Arcade Gaming. You've got Mike Donaldi and YNWA Saints. You've even got Oblivion and Hennessy. You've got Plugger and Angus. So there is a lot of different pairings here that work together well.
Sorry, mate. I'm back. My mic is cut out.
That's okay. Who is the most competitive? I honestly, I think you're looking at it. I don't think you get a more competitive division here. Like you had 8 people finishing within 3 seconds of each other in a sprint race, like giving each other enough room. There was no realistically, there was one missed braking, but that's about it. Um,
Good racecraft from all of them, to
yeah,
be
so
honest.
that
Yeah.
top 8 was really good racecraft, and even that, like there was some moments there in the bottom 8, but they still got around the track too wide, 3 wide even sometimes. So I think
Well,
it's hard
to
to.
be on,
You go.
go on. To be honest with you, just to the game. To be honest with you, Dynasty, it's really hard to pick which division. Division Two is stacked. You know, you don't know who's gonna win there. At least there's at least 10 drivers. Division Three, same thing. At least 10 drivers can win that division. Division Four, very close together once again. At least 4 or 5 divisions. There's really that many drivers that are on pace with each other within a few tenths. We're not talking about someone smashing out the park. They're very close together. And we're going to see that tonight as well in Div 3, how close together these drivers are. So you can't really pick any division that you can say, these guys going to do better than these guys. They're all so close together. I think Rush has done really good putting the right drivers in the right divisions, to make the most competitive divisions out of all of them.
Yeah, yeah, like even that quality time, everyone pretty much was within 1 second or 1.2 of each other from first to about 18th. So that is pretty insane. But yeah, it's every division, in my opinion, is stacked. You cannot pick a winner um, from any of them. I don't believe it's pretty much drawing a name out the hat and good luck. Um,
Yeah,
because even my
it's
division,
going like the horse races. Just pick one and hope for the best.
yeah,
You don't
yeah,
know who's going to win it.
yeah, exactly. Even my division, like myself and Pep had a good race, but I still believe that like Worldjet when he fires, he'll be really hard to stop, and I believe Panic yourself when you fire, you'll be really hard to stop as well. And Blade showed he's really quick in quali, so it's going to be very interesting to see how it'll go and
Yeah,
who will
I
take
was
it out.
really I was really surprised there with Wojciech. I know he's got the pace. He's definitely got the pace. He had it last season as well. Don't know what happened to him in race. Didn't personally speak to him, but I know he's very quick. So you can't really pick a division where you can say, oh, this driver is going to knock it out the park. Uh, there's not a single division I can say I can pick one driver that's going to smash it out the park in any division. To be honest with you, and that's what makes it so exciting. You know.
Yeah, yeah, that's the thing. Like, I think everyone is as quick as everyone on their day, and all we really need is just clean, tight racing, and we're really good. It's really
Yeah,
good to watch.
as long as you got the racecraft, mate. As long as the people and they've shown most of us have shown the racecraft. Especially top 15 in every division have shown that they got the racecraft there. And obviously it's track dependent, yeah. So the boys had some time off season, and they all practiced the um, Monza, so they all are pretty good here. So I think it's also track dependent. Some drivers like some tracks and some don't. Me personally don't like China. I could do well in China if I put 100 hours into it. So it just depends on the track.
Yeah, yeah, it certainly does. As we're seeing some quick times right now. Squash Josh repeating what he did in Q1 of the sprint with a 119.167 and Plugger right behind him with 119.2. But also we have to keep an eye. Like, unfortunately, there is this game is really good for desyncs. We know that, so
Yeah,
that does
really good
hinder a
for that.
lot of people's races. And I know, yeah, a lot of people did get affected on the Div. I believe it was Div 5. No, sorry, Div 6 race. Unfortunately, we had a red flag because the lobby decided to swap hosts because the game crashed. But then my game crashed and I was the host, so it's very
And we can't do
interesting.
much about it. That's the issue. Your hands are tied when it comes to those sort of things.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, you pay so much money for a new PC and it's still a broken game. Unfortunately, is what it is. But as I said, it's going to be a really good season, and it's going to be really interesting to see who will win each division because I think it's more than a 1 or 2 horse race. I believe there's at least 10 in every division that have a case to win it this season.
What do you reckon's going to be pole here, mate?
Who do I reckon, or what time do I reckon?
What time? He'd be if with the right
Um,
toe, they could definitely be 18.6, 18.7 with the right toe and the right coming out at the right time. Um,
Considering Squash did a 1:19.1,
yeah,
probably say about an 18.6 or 18.7 will be the
yeah, I
highest.
agree. Yeah, I agree.
I don't think anyone will go any quicker than that. Otherwise, probably be like, see you later to Div 2. But I think it's going to be very tight. Everyone's starting to roll in with their times. Marzi's up there now in P6, so he'll be looking to improve as well. As we're seeing, a second run from a couple of these guys as well coming out the pits. So we'll probably stay on board with Marzi because I don't think I gave him any airtime in the Q1 of the sprint. So my apologies there. As
Yeah, we'll jump on board.
thank you, Panic, for gifting 5 tier 1 subs to the
No
stream.
worries, jump on board.
But yeah,
Bit of support.
if
Didn't
everyone
hurt anybody.
if everyone's listening, get on board. Jump into Discord. Give AI 369 a follow as well. Just follow the links, and yeah, it'll be really good to see. And it's really good to have these sponsors on board. It obviously shows that we're obviously a good competitive league, and it's really good to see.
Yeah, definitely. So just have a look, sign up, and have a look what they got to offer. So I reckon it's a great product.
Yeah, and yeah, this quality is absolutely about to heat up. So, as I said, we'll stay on board with Marzi, and I'll let you take his lap away when he does go, as he's invalidated that lap, which is fine, because that's his out lap. But I'll let you take it away with his second lap.
I'm a little bit scared to go and commentate on my T-piece lap.
Don't worry, I'll promise you'll still be in your seat.
Off we go then. Let's go to Marzi with this hot lap. See what he can do. He's got no toe on this one, so I think he's just going for a banker here. Let's see what he can do. Oh, turn 1 and 2. That was pretty good. Yeah, burn a bit of battery here. This is a crucial one, this chicane. If you nail this one, the first and second chicane, you should nail them, so they're really crucial, especially this track. Third, up to fourth, nice. I always forget what these two corners are called. Good exit. Burns a bit before the DRS zone, opens the DRS.
Thanks,
just,
Ed, for gifting 10 tier 1 subs, mate. Appreciate it.
Thank you, Edge. You're a legend. Coming to Ascari. Fourth, that's a bit maybe low gear. That's a good exit out of Ascari. 20% still on the battery. He burned a bit early, so it doesn't have as much battery as you probably would like coming to the last turn here. Gets on the power early, burn everything. Coming to the finishing line. Let's see what the McLaren TP can do. 19.
He goes up
1/10's up.
Yep.
19.5. That's a good time. That's a good time.
Certainly is. So this grid is absolutely tightening.
Yeah, look, top 5. They're only what 2, 3, not even 4/10 apart. So yeah.
Yep, as we see.
And this is without a toe. I believe if the McLarens can work together, give each other a toe, there will be definitely a much quicker time.
Yeah, that's the other thing. Yeah, if any team decides to pair up and start giving each other toes, it can go really good. But also, I've witnessed it firsthand go really bad. When we were doing pre-season, my teammate decided to give me a toe, but unfortunately, stuffed up a corner and took my wing. So it can go really bad quick, but it can be the best thing to get up the grid order if you get it correct.
That's right. I just want to say again, thanks to Edge for those 10 gifted subs. What an absolute legend.
And Sebi will be on his final lap, I would say. He's burnt a lot of his battery. This is his 4th run on these tyres, so I'd probably, if I was him, just be boxing right now and just swapping out.
Yeah, definitely.
He's currently on really low battery as we speak. So he'll run out just
Those
before the
tires,
line as
those
well.
tires will be worn. They'll probably be up to 20% by now, if not more.
Yeah, it looks like he's coming in. He's
Yeah.
definitely coming in. So we're going to have a final run to the line. So Paddy Pat is doing his lap now. This will either be his last lap, or he's doing, yeah, he will be his last lap if he doesn't come in, because he's out of fuel as well. So let's see where he puts himself for the feature. It's looking to be a quick time in the 19s. It will be a 19.7, so it puts him up P8, but the track is absolutely ramping up. So we are going to see these drivers get into the 18s, unless we are completely wrong. But this is going to be a very interesting battle to see who will get pole position. Who do you think will get it? Are you going to go with back-to-back, or are you going to be with someone else?
Sorry, Dynasty, I'm just in a battle here with Edge. Give me 2 seconds, mate. Oh, look, at this point, Oblivion's got a great time, but Squash Josh, if he gets a tie, mate, I think he's going to take pole.
Yeah, I think, yeah, you got to be careful, because if any of these pairings start to give a toe, that's when you're looking for a lot quicker times.
I was thinking, because the Mercedes boys, they've been pretty much, I believe, in every division nearly they've given each other a toe. We'll see what happens here with these two guys, with Plug and Angus. But you and Pep obviously did a great job. I mean, you smashed it out the park. But I thought that Marzi and Shifty gonna give each other a toe, but obviously that didn't happen yet. But if you work with your teammate, especially on this track, you are definitely gonna gain anywhere between 3 to 5 tenths on a lap.
Yeah, he certainly is. RK is about to set his final time for the night. He's looking to be in the 19s still. Probably going to be the lower 19s though, as he goes 19.3, so that puts him P4. He did get a little bit of toe right at the end there, as I believe the next one to come around and finish the lap will be not Daniel T. I think it will be Callie first. No, it is Daniel T. So stay on board with Daniel T, because RK has completed, and we'll scroll through the grid order once he has finished. So Daniel T's, I think it's down on his time. Is that correct? If it's in the negative?
Yes.
Or is it up?
It's up on his time.
It's up or down?
So he's up on his time. So if it's
He's
minus,
up.
he's
Yeah.
up on his time. If
Cool.
it's plus, he's down on his time. Yeah.
Alright, cool. So he's up on his time. That's fine. We'll get there eventually.
I did well in math when I was in school. So yeah. Plus and minus is minus, mate.
As he gets Ascari
Oh,
pretty good. Decent run out of there. He's on 20% battery, which is still enough. Probably burning it too much here, but his fuel light's starting to flash as he's coming around the final corner. He's about to get into the low 19s as well. Will he put it in front of RK or even in front of Squash? We'll wait and see.
Well, very close.
We're about to see the 19.479, so behind
P5.
RK. I believe Whiff Matif was the next one to come around the line. He will go P6. The next one was the other Kick Sauber of Callie, who has just finished his lap. The next one is out of fuel, so it's both of the Haas drivers who are up on their time, as Mike Donati has invalidated, so he's not going for another lap.
Shifty Flight is about to cross the line as well. He is in P13, our sprint winner.
Go straight to him.
He's about to cross the line. 17,
and the next
18.
one will be the Alpine. 19.6. Next one is
right behind Marzi.
And then I'll go, I think it's Hennessy.
Oh, Marzi's going to get a big toe from Hennessy.
I'm not going to catch a lot of these guys, so bear with me. Sorry, boys. Next one is an RB of Sebi. He's going to finish there, and then we'll go to the, I think it's Plugger. He goes pole with an 18.9, so there you have it, into the 18.
Nice.
Angus goes with a 19.2. We'll go down to Marzi. Marzi finishes in P12. Top is improving, and he goes up to P17. We've got, that's it, I think. That's everyone.
That's it, mate. Yeah, with Matif is down on his time. So that's our grid order. Now, this battle between Marzi and Paddy Pat. Marzi P12 and Paddy in P15.
Yeah.
Let's see what the race can bring us.
Yeah, we did see Paddy Pat at the start of the sprint race make up a lot of positions, so he'll be looking to gain a lot of time here in the main race, as that is
And,
your order. I don't think Cally's off, so he
and as I
is in the
said,
pits.
last season, Hennessy and Arca Gaming were smashing it out the park in Division 4. I expect them to be up there in Division 3. So I think they're about P3, P4, and P5, Hennessy and Arca Gaming.
Yeah,
Yes,
they're
P5 and P6. So yeah, they've done well in this quali. So let's see what the race can bring
yeah.
us.
So you've got a couple of constructors here. You got double Mercedes in the top four, then you got Red Bull and RK in the top five, then you got Ferrari, both Ferraris in the top six.
Yeah,
So we've got a free team battle here for the main race, as that is your order. So you got Plugger, Squash, Oblivion rounding out the top three with Angus, RK Gaming, Hennessy, Daniel T, With My Teeth, YNWA Saints, and It's Dido rounding out the top 10. Boltzaroo, Marzi, Shifty Flight, Protein Group, Paddy Pat, Mike Donati, WRL Top, Sebi, Callie, and Dan the Racer rounding out the 20.
but now we have with the 27 laps, I believe. Let's see what the boys can bring us.
Yeah, and we're going to see a dry race as well. I do see some clouds there though, so potential
Yeah,
for rain.
yeah. Is it going to be rained in
we
engineers?
we
Can
did
you let us know in
see.
the chat?
Oh, my game has crashed. Oh, I hate this game. Bear with me, boys. Unfortunately, it's done
I'll
it
send you an
again
invite.
at the start of a bloody race.
Give me a sec, mate. I'll send you an invite right now.
It's alright. I'm just jumping back on. It's typical. This has happened the second time at the start of the race, so you're going to have to call it out. Do the radio comms for a second.
Let me
I
find you
even
first.
I even validated my files before we
Yes.
started this. So.
Yes. I can't find you.
Yeah, because I'm not online. That's right. Just you commentate for a second, and
Ah, here we go. It's Brady, isn't it? Yep.
yeah.
Bandy. All right, we've got 5 lights. And off we go. Let's hope the boys can keep it nice and clean in turn 1 and we'll get safely across. Plugger leading this race still with Oblivion behind him, Squash just in P3, Angus in P4. Oh, he goes wide. The Ferrari goes a bit wide. He's gone off track. He rejoins behind Hennessy in P5. Plugger leading. Squash Josh, Angus P3, Hennessy P4, Arca Gaming P5, Oblivion in P6, dropping those positions. And Paddy is out. I don't know what happened, but he has crashed out and he
He's at a
is
safety car.
DNF'd. Oh, so we've got a virtual safety. I don't know what happened. I couldn't catch that.
Yeah, interesting. So something must happen off the race line to
Yeah, I
start.
don't know what happened. I couldn't see it, but he's Paddy's out this race.
Even this thing, the communicating with online services, I don't understand this game. This game is that broken. I cannot wait to get off of it.
Well, soon enough, mate. Soon enough. We got a few more months to go. Now
Yep.
we are under virtual safety. Hopefully the boys can keep the distance from each other and don't get any drive-through penalties, which will cost them quite a bit of time. So your grid order is at the moment Plugger in the P1 position. Let's see position changes. Position changes. Plugger P1 still. Josh Squash. Josh in P2. We got Angus moved up 1 position. Hannes moved up 2 positions. Arca Game in the same spot P5. Oblivion down 3. Daniel T same position. 1 Saints 1 up. It's either 1 up. Marzi 2. Shifty 2. And With My Teeth down 4. And we are back at racing. Green lights. Off we go. Turn 1. Boys are coming all safely through as far as I can see. Yep, they're all through nice and clean through turn 1. Sebi is changing his wing and going on the hards.
So maybe he made
Mike
contact with
Donaldi,
Paddy.
sorry, yep, changed his wing and went to the hards. And Sebi as well. Oh no, Sebi didn't change his wing. So he's still got the front left plate missing.
Copy, we're checking, I'll let you know.
He did not change his wing, he just changed his tires. He must not put it on automatic change. But the DRS train here, all the way from P1 down to P9, we're going to DRS train. Shifty Wizard and Marzi swap positions, and Shifty Wizard is 1.5 seconds behind It's Tito. Dito in P9. He's right behind them. If they have actually broken DRS from YW Saints, they are 2.4 seconds now ahead. So the top 6 on the DRS train. Y Science is 2.4 seconds behind them. Then we got a DRS train from Saints down. Dito, Daniel T, Marzi, Shifty, Floyd, and Bolzoro. So they are in the second DRS train. The WR top is 3 seconds behind, and then Darth Racer 1.7 seconds behind. Protein Grid with P16. So don't know what happened there. He lost a few positions, 1.6 seconds behind. So they're all out of DRS.
Yep, and can we get an invite back for Daniel T, please, when you can? I
Sure.
should be able to join in a second.
Yes, if you are on the stream, Daniel T has gotten an invite. I will
Right, I'm
send
coming now.
also. Have you
Finally,
gotten the invite?
yes, I have. I just was waiting for that
Oh, beautiful.
communicating to
Beautiful.
disappear.
So Daniel T, we send him an invite. Can the engineer let him know? Or his teammate? Now, there's been some position changes. Plugger, don't know what happened. Plugger's now in P6. So I don't know if there's been contact. Plugger's in P6. It's Dita P5. Squash Josh in P4. Arc again P3. Angus in P2. And Oblivion now is a race leader. So I don't know what happened there. There must have been some sort of contact in turn 1. But Oblivion went from P6 or P5 to P1. Now, let me see if we can see any damage to Pelaga's car.
All right, we are back. Sorry about that. I do apologise. But we are back under control. Yes,
Yep.
as you
So
see, there's a DRS train all the way down to Boltsaru in 12th.
I really don't know what happened, to be honest with you. I was trying to send invites. But yeah, Plugger went from P1 to P6, and Oblivion went from P5 to P1. So there was some drastic changes there.
Daniel has left the session again. Can
All right.
you, Daniel,
Sure.
if you can hear us, or if the engineer can hear us, can you get him to reset his game completely, start it back up? We'll try inviting him one more time and see how
Yep.
it goes.
Yeah, the AI now is going to
Okay,
be
thank
a
you
bit of
for
a
that.
pain.
So Oblivion took out Josh. Plugger got an illegal on Josh, so had to slow down. So there you have it.
Right. Oh, that's how he lost the 4 positions, 5 positions. Okay. Okay. Well, thank you for that. Much appreciated.
That's right. At one stage there, Oblivion, you were saying, was running only with 10% battery, trying to keep up with
Oh
Hennessy.
yeah, but he came down the main straight. He had about 5% coming into turn 1. He had nothing. He was just trying to hang on to Hennessy at that stage. But yeah, Hennessy's dropped to P7, and Oblivion has jumped up to P1.
Yeah, so there's still a constructors battle here. So both Ferraris, both Mercedes, both
Both
Red
Red
Bulls
Bull.
within the top 7, and Dito splitting the whole pack. So this is going to be very interesting right to the finish. And can we even see the McLaren boys jump up the pack as well? We know Shifty
Well,
Flight was keeping it clean and tidy. Maybe he's just waiting his moment to pounce. He has got a free second no really early in this race.
yeah, don't know what happened there, to be honest. Could have been avoiding a carnage and just went off track. We'll see, obviously, after the race. But Marzi's on them. Mars with the alternative strat, isn't he? He's him and he's a Bodzoro. They're on the hards, so they are going to complete different strategy to the top 17 at this
Oh,
stage.
there's a bit of there's contact, and that's Dito
Oh,
losing his left end plate there.
that's going to cost him time now.
Plugger hasn't got damage. YNWA and Hennessy going side by side. They bounce off of each other. Hennessy looks to be pulling right behind YNWA Saints with Whiff and Teeth right behind him, and Shifty Flight just biding his time with Boltaru and Marzi there. And as you did say, Paddy Pat is unfortunately out of this race really early on, which is very
Yeah,
unfortunate.
unfortunately, we couldn't catch it on stream, and I couldn't catch it either. I was too busy trying to get everyone through the turn 1 and 2. Don't know what happened to Paddy Pat. Would love to get some info there. If someone or the engineer or Paddy could just write us something so to see what happened there, how he DNF. Could we get him maybe into a chat? Yeah,
Yeah,
be good
yeah,
to
we could,
put
we
him in
could,
comms. If you get him
if
into comms and get his point of view of what happened there in the first lap.
you know, that's a good point. I might give him a tag and see if he wants to come in and let us know what happened, because unfortunately we were complete dark that whole time, so we weren't able to see what exactly happened.
If you could tag him, mate, and just send him a message or something to see what we can Yeah, if you can find out what really happened.
All right, I've just sent him a ping, so hopefully he can join this comms box and we can have a few words with him and see how he DNF'd. As we have it, Oblivion is leading this race, followed by Angus, and RK and Squash working together really nicely. So they are probably trying to run away from Itzdito with damage to his wing, but Plug is right behind him with YNWA Saints and Hennessy right behind them all. But this DRS train is getting bigger and bigger with Marzi is the last one in that train, just holding on, but unfortunately he has fallen. He's actually got wing damage, I've just noticed.
What does he?
The right end, he's missing.
Shifty flight has got a wing damage.
So potentially that...
Does he? Yes, he does.
Yeah, so maybe the...
So does Marzi. Both McLarens have wing damage. They both have an end plate missing. Marzi's got left end plate missing. And Shifty, I believe, is the right one. Yes. Shifty's got left one. They both got left end plate missing. Both the McLarens.
And Daniel
that's going to hurt the race.
joined again, so hopefully he can take control of that car. If not, I'd
But
advise
speaking of
staying in the lobby.
Yeah, try to stay in the lobby if you can. It'd be great.
Free wide. RK Gaming falls into second, goes first. RK Gaming is leading this race. Oh, and Squash taps Oblivion.
Oh.
That's badly affected his run out of that corner, so he's fallen down to fifth, but his teammate has taken the lead. And that's given the 1 second gap to Oblivion. As Paddy Pat has joined us. Welcome, mate.
Welcome, Paddy.
Hello, how's it going?
Good, mate. Run us through what happened, because unfortunately the stream went dark. My game crashed, so I didn't get any of that start. Just run us through what happened and how you DNF'd.
So, yeah, starting on the medium tyre, we had a really good start. Obviously, through the qualifying, we didn't come in at the right time, so we run out of time once again to put the fresh softs on and go for it. So we knew we had the pace there. We knew we could get a top 5 finish with the quali, but we just didn't work out. It was a bit of a mess there. So look, we're starting 15th on the medium tyre. Got an absolute excellent start, straight up to 13th.
Sorry, Paddy. Sorry, Paddy, cut you off. Just to let the stream know, I have sent Daniel T another invite. If you can try and join
he's
through this invite.
Yep, keep going, Paddy.
Yep, so we're going into turn 1 and 2, and of course Monza is absolutely nuts through there. We were going to go 3 wide into turn 1 and 2, but of course I was like, yeah, it's a long race, so I backed out of that one. And then the Alpine comes down on the inside, slightly nudges the McLaren into turn 1, which was fine. It was just a little nudge, but we go 3. I backed out. And then as we're accelerating out of turn 2, we have a Kick Sauber who goes on the grass. There must be an instance, so we've had to go around him. But the Alpine managed to get in front and then go around the Kit car. And then we're going around the long right-hander. I have a way better exit from turn 2. And then on the inside of the Alpine, I'm going into the direction. There's just enough of a car's width behind. My rear left my front left, sorry, is by his rear right, and it looks like he just hasn't seen me there, turned in to take a tight turn on the fast right-hander. And then, of course, I've gone into the wall and done front flips and back flips and bloody lucky to be alive kind of thing.
That's unfortunate for your first race, but at least, obviously, now you got next week to look forward to. Obviously, I believe we're at...
Hungary?
Yep. So how do you think you'll go there? Do you think you'll
I think we've got to work on our qualifying. I think there's a new engineer with me, and we just got it wrong today a little bit. So it's the communications and knowing how much time we have left when the timer goes off into the pits to then get our new fuel in, to get our new tyre. And I think we just missed out on that one through the first part of quali, and then we kind of came out at the wrong time. We thought we had enough time to do a hot lap, in lap, and then go again on another fresh softs, but we got the timing wrong again. So.
Yep, yeah. Oh. It's going to be interesting because it's going to be full quality next week. So That's going
Just
to
off track.
obviously change a lot of things as he comes back on track. Oh, just in front of top there. That
Oh,
may have been
jeez, that was close.
a bad re-entry there, but we'll wait and see. We'll see if the onboard catches that. But now I look forward to seeing you on track next week. You did have a really good sprint race, in my opinion. You made it all the way from, I think you were in P17 or P18? All the way to
P18 to
P10?
P10, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
So
it was a good race, and that's the thing. We had pace. We just weren't getting the qualifying runs in, and our timings were all wrong. So that medium tyre was what we finished on, and even that wasn't a great lap. So the qualifying let us down today. So kind of put us in that position to start 15 in the first place. And then, of course, there is an incident there to be looked at the stewards as well. So we're to blame with the fact our qualifying. That's something that I'm going to be working on at Hungary, because obviously Hungary is a track where qualifying is a must. So
He's a key. He's a key,
yeah,
mate.
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
100%. We look forward
Well-
to seeing you there, mate. But other than that, you enjoy the rest of your week, and we'll see you next week. Yeah. on the
Lovely.
next
Thank you very
track.
much, guys. Good luck with the comms.
Yep.
Cheers and go.
Thank you, mate.
Yeah, looking forward next week, mate. Yeah, should be a great race.
Lovely. Cheers, guys.
All right, so we've seen a lot of people boxing now. So Plugger did the first box and he's undercut. Actually, I don't think he's undercut anyone there because Hennessy was behind him, but there is now a 3.5 second gap between him and Hennessy.
Oh, we just missed what happened there with it was Josh Squash. I don't know what happened there, but he went off track and then rejoined. That was a very close call there. I don't think he saw how close the other car was behind him.
Yeah, I was on board the whole time, so we did catch that on stream. So I'm sure the onboard will look at that. Yeah, it's hard to pick when to get back on track, especially when you're off the track, because yeah, the cars come around pretty quick. So you may not see them there, but unfortunately they come really, well, they come around the track really a lot faster. So unfortunately, sometimes you can be.
Oh, they are
there is
stacking the
damage.
pits.
There
They
is
are
damage. I
stacking
believe
the
that
pits.
is
Oh,
Angus.
no.
Angus has damage, I believe.
Oh, that was.
To his wing. Yep. It's
Yeah, he
front
does.
right.
Right plate is gone completely, and they're
That-
not changing it.
Yeah.
They're not
it
changing his
happened-
wing.
It happened as he's entered the pits, so that's interesting.
Oh, he
Where
didn't
we're
have
gonna see
time. He
Plugger.
didn't have time to. Yeah.
Plugger's coming
Oh
past
no.
the pits. He will undercut everyone here. So he'll be our effective leader as it stands. So he'll be looking
Yeah,
just to run away from
correct.
Oblivion with Dan the Racer behind him, probably going to hold up Oblivion a little bit here, but Oblivion needs to make the move early, otherwise he will be hindered.
He needs to clear Darth. He needs to clear Darth ASAP. He's on the old mediums, and he has.
He's done it. And with Matif
Yep.
also has done it. So there's your effective P1, P2, and P3. With Matif
P3.
has come from absolutely nowhere, from the clouds. I wonder what
Now
Angus
it's
will
Dino's
do.
leading with 11 old mediums.
Yeah.
3 seconds ahead. And then we got Bold Zorro with 11 old. Same. I told you the strat that Zorro and Marzi were doing. The hard strat. They are praying for a safety car, I believe, because Marzi has a fixed that wing.
Yeah, that's the thing, and I wonder what Angus will do now. Will he just box and go back to mediums and fix that wing, or will he just hope for a safety car, or just try and bring it home however
I
far
don't
he
know.
can?
You know yourself, mate. Especially Ascari with that broken wing is going to be very, very difficult for him. Especially when the tyres get a bit older.
Yeah, it just depends on how bad it feels. As we see, Dito is in the pits. He's coming to the exit, so he should fall in right behind this pack. He may even be able to jump it, potentially. He does.
Angus is going for the move.
Yep. Dito has made up positions there.
Oh, a
That's
bit of
the
a
no
tap
wing.
from Angus and Hennessy from the back.
And that was the no wing take into effect, so
Yeah, that wing is gonna. It's already showing that obviously it's gonna struggle. So the longer this goes on, and it's only 1 lap old, the more he's gonna struggle, especially in the Scary.
yeah. And now you've got Dito right behind Plugger in 1.8 seconds, so he needs to work with Oblivion to catch him.
But with Matif, he's doing a great job in that kick Sauber, isn't he? He's just kicking back there and.
And even Hennessy's right behind the Kick Sauber as well, so can we maybe see a double Ferrari podium here? Even if we see maybe
Yeah, definitely.
even if we see a safety car, even Marzi could bring it home for a podium, or Boltzaroo. They just need to stay out and hope there's safety car, because everyone is still right bunched together. So even Angus with that wing damage. He's still keeping up with the likes of Hennessy and all that, so he's probably looking realistically to bring it home in that P8 position at the moment where he is. But we'll have to wait and see in how the rest of this race goes, because yeah, the longer
Yeah. We're
this
only
race goes
halfway
on,
in. We're only halfway in, so we'll see what happens. So was I pronouncing Bolsaru's name wrong the entire race?
I don't know. It might be Zorro.
Oh,
I'm
Oblivion
not
goes
sure.
for the move on Dido.
And he
Jeez,
gets
that
it
was a
done.
good. Yeah, he gets it done. That was a great move. Clean, nice and clean.
But he's only on 10% battery. That's gonna hold.
Yeah, but I've told you at the start of the race, he's burned his entire battery, and then he came from P5 to P1. Yeah, I don't know how he does it, but whatever he's doing, it's working for him.
I think he turns it off in this section here, if I'm not mistaken, or not.
No,
No, he's
he
kept
needs
it
to.
medium, so they are still hovering at that 1.8 mark. So they need to not fight as much and actually work together. The more they start battling and pushing each other wide, the more
It's
time
gonna
Plugger has to
work
run
in.
away. But they are catching. It's 1.6
Yeah,
now.
yeah, it's gonna hurt. It's gonna hurt him trying to catch up to Mars in Bolsaru.
Yeah, it certainly is.
Plaga's catching. Plaga's definitely catching to them.
So now Angus has now dropped the DRS, so he has fallen out of that 1 second mark.
Yeah,
Marzi
that
and,
wing damage is hurting.
yep, and Marzi and Bolts are still 10 seconds away from Plugger, so it's going to be
Yeah, but they were
very
12.
interesting.
They were 12. He's gained nearly second and a half on one lap. You know, and he just keeps on gaining on him. You know, those fresh hards.
Yep, and Whiffmateef makes a move on Oblivion, so he goes up to P5. But they're just hoping that there's a safety car here. That would
I think
absolutely benefit their race. As you see,
Whiff is having a
Protein
great race.
and WRL Top go side by side. They make it through the corner. They give each other enough space.
Oh,
Still going side by side. Both, I
they're not
believe,
burning.
Protein's on the lower battery compared to Top. So Top will look to take this position, but they are
Oh,
not
nice.
giving up without a fight. Protein Group comes
Ooh.
into that turn beautifully, gets it done, and still holds
Great
on to
move.
P14. So the battle for that bottom end point is still heating up here, with Top having a penalty as well. So Cali, the more they fight, will bring Cali into this.
Yeah, definitely. So did we find out if Daniel T got into his car yet?
He did. He joined. I don't know if he just left again, but I think that was the last invite that can be sent. As we see,
Yeah, I'll send him
Marzi
too. Yeah.
has called it.
Oh
a day
no,
on the
Top gets a 3 seconds.
cards, and that's his second 3 seconds. So we're going to go over to pens now. So you've got Shifty Flight with a 3 and Top with a 6. So Marzi comes in and falls right down the grid, but he'll have the freshest tyres of the grid.
Did he change his wing? Did you see?
I didn't
I
see
presume
that.
he would have.
I assume with the amount he lost, yes, he did.
Yeah, he definitely did. Yeah. Now Shifty
Good call.
Flight.
Good call.
He had wing damage as well. Oh, he has changed his wing as well, and he's on the hards. So
Yeah,
let's see what he can
that's
do. That's
definitely
our sprint winner.
Yeah, that's definitely the best call, because you lose too much time, as we see with Angus.
Yeah,
You lose
Angus gonna
way
struggle.
too much time.
Yeah, Angus. Yeah, if I was him, if the safety doesn't come in the next 2 laps, I would definitely pit. And put another fresh mediums if he has, because that's gonna hurt his race. He's dropping. Okay, he's just overtaking him again.
Yeah,
He's dropping down the grid.
He needs to try and just hold on to the back of RK for a couple laps at least. With that DRS, just don't burn where you need to, and just use DRS, because you'll have the more straight line coming down that straight, and just stay behind him.
Sector 2 kills him. Sector 2, that's where he loses the most time. With the wing damage.
Oblivion sets the fastest lap. So that's Boltaroo has pitted now, and he's coming out the pit. So he should get in front of Shifty Flight, I believe. And PST7 picks up a 3 second. He comes out just...
Oh, it's going to be a close call. It's going to be a close call.
Side to side. He gets... Oh, no, they tap.
A bit of a tap.
Bit of
Bit
contact.
of a tap.
And he falls in right behind. And YNWA Saints wants to make the move as well. But Shifty Flight doesn't want a bar of it at all.
Nah, he defends very well there. Good defending by Shifty Flight.
So
Now, Shifty could work with Bolzoro. He's on the fresh medium, so he can work with him to gain some positions there, and Saints as well,
Saints is on
because he's
100%
going to be quicker.
battery as well.
Because he's going to be quicker on those fresh mediums.
Yeah, with that 100% battery, it's going to be very interesting.
And
So
he's the only one on the fresh mediums, in our from the entire grid up to Marzi, up to P15. He's on the freshest tire.
yeah, so he's probably going to try and run away right now. YNWA Saints needs to get past Shifty. I think with that amount of battery, you need
Yeah,
to get past and keep up with
you'll
Bolts.
you'll definitely burn everything you got on this straight to get past Shifty and stick behind Bolzoro.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting. So you got Shifty who's on 25% battery, YNWA Saints on 80 or 90% battery, and Boltsaru on 16. So yeah, he's
defended
got
his
the most.
position.
He's got the most battery. He should be making moves just to get past at least, because you're going to be getting held up by people with less battery in front. That's for sure.
He's burned a bit, but yeah, I would think he would have overtaken Shifty Flight there.
Yeah, and RK Gaming's actually closing in on Hennessy, but that's bringing Angus right back into it, because at one stage he was 2 seconds down from obviously the top 6. So that's really good to see. And Hennessy is 2.7 now behind with Matif, so he's fallen back, but he's still in a really good spot for the Ferraris, P1 and P5, which is absolutely brilliant. So we did see a change of that lead, so Plugger has been caught by It's Dito and Oblivion. As looks like they are going to go too wide.
Oh,
But
that is a close
Plugger
call.
thinks better of it, but he does a switch back down the middle, so this is
Who's
going
going
to
to take Oblivion here?
I think
He's
Dito
going to take
on the
P1.
inside.
I think so. I think Dito might get the
on the
better
inside.
run.
There you go.
Yeah, he got a definitely better run there. They shut Plugger out of that battle, coming to that turn 1.
Yeah.
But Whiff is having a great race. So
He certainly
yeah,
is.
he's just kicking back there. He's doing what Shifty Flight did in the sprint race, just kicking back behind the top 3 and waiting for someone to make a mistake to pounce on him.
Yeah, and I believe if Angus can hold onto this position here, that's been a pretty good effort, considering he lost his right end plate and is obviously struggling through Scary and all that sorts. So
if he can hold on to Arcade Gaming and Hennessy, we all know that they're really quick. So, but that damage is really going to hurt him in the next probably 3 to 4 laps, I think. If he can hold on, that's a great effort.
Yeah. So we're going to be starting to do our drive of the day pretty soon. So we're going to see who we believe is the driver of the day. It's going to be interesting to see, because there's a lot of people who deserve votes here, in my opinion. And I'm not sure if we're basing it just on this race or we're basing it on the whole thing we've seen. But currently, as it would sit, I think, in my opinion, I believe RK Gaming could deserve it. Or even with Matif.
With Matif as well, he's a phenomenal race tonight. Well, let's see, position changes. With Matif 4 places up. It's Dito 8 places up. He had a great race by the looks of it.
Yeah, so he started in P10. So yeah, even Dito,
I reckon Dito, mate, especially if he ends up winning this race, he would have to be our top contender.
Yeah, well, it's going to be interesting. I think it's, as I said, it's going to come right down to the wire, and yeah, I think there's probably a split freeway decision. I believe with Matif, RK Gaming, it's Dito has had the better of races. Even Hennessy, in my opinion, has had a really good race. Anyone in that top 8, you can name them all. They've all been as good as each other. But unfortunately, we can only have one.
That's right. So biggest gainer is it's Dito. Then we have Shifty Flight in P8. He's 5 positions up. With Matif 4 positions up. And Dito now takes the lead of this race.
Yep, and Plugger goes to P2 and Oblivion back to P3. So they're just going to be DRS swapping the whole time, running away from that 5th place with I think it's 6 or 7 laps to go. That's fine, as Paddy Pat's left session is also fine. We allow that now. But the more the actually Shifty
But
Flight
Arca
have
Game
won.
is gaining. He's gaining time on him slowly. He was 4 point something seconds behind, and he's gaining time with Matif.
Yeah, he's dragging Angus and Hennessy back in as well. And I'm so surprised Angus is holding on here, because Shifty Flight is also 6.3 behind him as well. So he could potentially hold this P7 position or get up further, depending on how much he can hold the cars. If we did see him go way wide there. But yeah, this is going to be very interesting right down to the finish here. Between,
Well, we've got 6 left to go.
yeah,
We've got 6
it
laps
could
to
be the
go
top
now.
4, it could be
So
the top 5, could be the top 6, or could be the top 7 right at the end. So we'll do, I'm not sure how it works or who does the poll, because I cannot do it on my mobile. But my vote for driver of the day would be with Matif.
luck we didn't say Angus. We were a bit biased.
No. I believe with Matif has had a really good race. I know a lot of other people have as well, but
yeah, I think Wiff as well, for me as well. Wiff has done a phenomenal job for Kickstarter there today.
yeah,
And the race is still not over, so he could still finish on that podium easily.
Yeah. So I think we have to. I don't know if we have to have. I think we're on an agreement here, though. I think we've got the with Matif winning it at the moment.
Yeah, I agree. I'll go with Matif personally.
But as I said, like anyone in that top 6, I believe could win drive of the day. They've all been as good as each other the whole weekend. It's been really good to see. Even Shifty Flight, he was the most patient on track and took out the sprint just by being patient.
Yeah, definitely. I think the damage early in the race cost him to battle at the front there.
Yeah, can we get some names in the chat of who you think is going to be the driver of the day? At the moment, obviously, myself and Panic believe it is with Matif, but there is so many other people that do deserve it as well. But it's been really good to see, really good racecraft from everyone as well. And I do apologise as well for the crash of the game.
Yeah.
But we got back up and running, which is good, and we're gonna hopefully I hope this game doesn't crash again. We're gonna see the finale of this race, because I believe it's gonna come right down to the wire between the top 4.
I think for me, if we put it into votes, so I'll just put 2 names out there. I'll put it's Dito and with Matif, and yeah, it's between them 2. To be honest, they have a phenomenal race, you know. With Dito with the damage and those positions gained. What is it, 8, 9 positions? Same as with.
Yeah, so I'm seeing a couple people saying Dito. I'm seeing a couple people saying with Matif as well. So yeah, it's hard. It's hard though, Campbell, because I think anyone in that top 6, 7, even 8 deserve the drive of the day. Like as I said, Shifty Flight, if he didn't get that damage, he probably would be contending up here as well.
Yeah,
he
definitely
probably
be up
would have
there,
been
yeah.
my driver of the day. Realistically, if he didn't get that damage and was right up close, as we got a retirement on. No, it's not. It's in the pits.
In the pits. It's Sebi.
That
but
made things
going
very interesting.
off this race, Don, is going just off this race alone, because we have to pick somebody from this race. Yeah, it'd be definitely from those 2.
Well, I think the turning point is if Dito's able to take this out, then that is probably deserving of the drive of the day. But
if he wins it,
yeah,
definitely.
I think that's probably what would sway my vote. As we saw, there is yellows in Sector 1. Someone has lost their wing.
Oh.
I don't know who it was. I think it was Shifty, maybe. No, it wasn't. It was someone else.
No.
I did see wing fly off in the back there. But someone had a big... Oh, no, it was the AI, sorry. Coming out onto track and...
Oh, no.
Doing what it normally does when it retires.
Yep.
I think we have till the end of the race to decide. So I think it's
I
between
actually, to be honest with you, Dito's still racing
Oh,
without
a safety car.
left wing.
There is a safety car.
Safety car. Oh, no.
Oh, this is interesting.
Oh, if they went one more lap,
Get
there'll be
in,
no
go.
safety car.
Who's going to go in and go softs? Who is going
This
to do
was
it?
literally cusp of the safety car being cancelled completely.
If you're Angus, do you go in and fix that wing?
Oh
and go
yeah,
softs?
oh yeah, you go in and chunk on the softs now.
So who's going
definitely.
to stay out though? That's the question. This is make or break
Will
here.
Dieter go in? He's got
No,
wing damage.
he's
Will he
staying
go
out.
in? No.
No, he's going in. They're
No,
all
he's going in.
in.
They're all going in. Yeah, that's the right call from Dieter. Well done.
Everyone is going in, so there's going to be a lot of double stacking here.
This is
Will
going to be
Squash
interesting
stay
now.
out? Squash is staying. No, he's going in. No,
Nah,
so
they're all
someone
going
is
in.
Boltaroo is staying out.
Bolter is staying out.
YNWA is staying out. This may be a
And I
good call
think-
because the safety car will be quick and early. There's only
I
3
think
laps
that was the
remaining.
right call. I think that was the right call by Bolter. He's on the 8-lap mediums.
Oh, both Alpines are. So this is a good strategy by the Alpines here.
Oh yeah. Oh
And
yeah.
Marzi,
Sainz as
Marzi's
well.
gained a couple positions as well. WR on top. So Dido, Plugger, Oblivion, with Matif, RK all have to make up positions. Angus fixing that wing has come out in P15, but will be. Well, he's gone to mediums as well. So we're going to go to
Yeah,
tyres.
Dieter's a mediums. Yeah. Dieter's a mediums. Plug on mediums as well. Oblivion softs. He's going to be rapid.
Yeah.
With Matif on mediums. I could get mediums. Hennessy medium. They all got mediums. Shifty flight mediums.
Yeah.
Oh, this is going to be.
This is
going
going
to
to
be
break the driver
interesting
of the
2
day.
laps.
This is going to make or break the driver of the day here.
Yeah, definitely.
That's thrown a huge spanner in the works.
I think Dieter's got a great shot here on those fresh mediums in P5.
Yes.
WR top is split, Plugger, and it's Dieter. He split him.
Safety car
how
is in this
quickly
lap,
can they pass him?
So everyone is bunched already apart from Mike Donati, Daniel T, and Dan the Racer at the back. So we've got a safety car coming in. So there'll be at least a lap or 2 of DRS. No, there'll be actually only 1 lap of DRS, sorry. So this lap there'll be none, but next there will be. So will that be enough for Boltaroo
Okay,
to
can
hang on
we
here?
quickly give him 5 names? How many names do you want, my friend? Give us 5 names.
Go Boltaroo.
Okay.
I think Boltaroo, Dido, Plugger, Oblivion, and I'd go YNWA Saints being on 14 lap hards. I don't think we've
I agree.
win from back that far.
Yeah, I agree, mate. Yeah, definitely. There's your names, mate.
As we are underway.
3 names.
So Boltaroo has gone. So all Protein needs to do
Boltaroo,
is try
Dido,
and hold up this
and,
pack, but Marzi gets past. Even
Plugger.
Marzi could win this.
Oh,
there's wing damage for someone.
Someone's lost wing. It's the Haas. Haas is not a wing plate.
Oh no,
He's lost
and
the wing.
Plugger's lost. Oh, Kelly's out.
Kelly's gone.
So they've been a crash. Plugger's lost multiple positions here.
Oh, and Shifty's stuck behind Kelly. Cannot move.
Dido is catching up. He is making the overtakes when needed. He pushes. Oh, Marzi got pushed off track. Oh, there's chaos. There's there's bumping.
Oh no.
Everyone, I know it's a sprint to the finish, but just cool your jets. There's
This
still
is
another
too
lap.
much.
There's
This is
still
too
another
much.
lap.
There's not a lap push. Chill out. You don't want a DNF, but better some points than no
Dido
points.
makes it up to P2, so now it's just a matter of dragging in Boltaroo in this
Oh, we're
final
going
lap.
2 side by
Oh,
side.
that was off
Oblivion
track.
Protein Group.
Yep. So I think there's going to be a lot of investigations after this.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Stuart's going to be going to have something to do here after this race.
I did see a lot of pushing off track there. As Plugger makes up a
Yeah.
couple positions, trying to regain as
Couple of
much as
dive
he
bombs.
can.
3 wide on the last corner. Oh
As Dido
my.
looks like he will be trying to take this out. He's gonna
Oh,
hold
he's
off
gone.
on-
He's going to the wall. Josh Cross. They make contact. And he is out.
And Angus makes up a position. Will he go for the dive on Squash? No, he will not.
W top just lost his entire wing. He's got tapped from the back, and he's gone into the pit wall.
Yeah, so he's lost his complete wing. We're going to go back up to the top as this is getting really heated. Dido is still right behind Boltaroo with 60% battery. Boltaroo with 50%. YNWA Saints with 50% as well. Can he hold on to P3 with Oblivion right behind? With Matif picks up a free second. So I think that's driver of the day done and dusted there.
Yep,
Dido
definitely.
is going to take the lead here in a DRS straight. if he can get past him,
He's got
looks
more
like
ERS.
He's got more ERS. He's made the move. Will Oblivion now make the move? There is yellows in sector 2. Mike Donaldi is around. There's contact
The Haas
at the
back on
front.
track. Unsafe track
Oh
rejoined
no!
by the
It
Haas.
went straight across.
Wow. Wow. Staines came across the track and just...
And that's absolutely killed Oblivion's wing. They're going to go side by
Oh,
side. There's
3 wide.
contact. Plugger's coming around. He's in 5th. Is he going to make the move on Oblivion? He will not make it in time, but it's Dino will win the race. Boltaroo in 2nd. Arcade Gaming in 3rd.
That's the fastest lap.
Oblivion in 4th. Plugger in 5th. Hennessy in 6th. Protein Group in 7th. Angus in 8th. Marzi bring it home in 9th. And with Matif rounding out the top 10 with Squash, Mike Donaldi, Shifty, Daniel, and WRL top, all scoring points, which is good to see them continuing on. But that was a really hectic finish and a lot of onboards. I would say there was plenty to see there.
Oh, there's a few dive bombs there. They're going to be investigated. Believe me, that was there was an insane restart of the safety car. But safety cars being safety cars, guys. But that was crazy. They're having a great race up until that safety car came out. That was a bit of a insane 2 laps.
Yeah, and I think that caps off. Driver of the day goes to Dino.
100%. Yep. Dino has done a phenomenal job with wing damage and brings it home to win.
Yep, so that was really good race there. So you got Dino in P1, Boltaroo even bringing home P2. Absolute phenomenal race. So coming from the back of the grid, staying out on those tyres, which is a really good thing. And Arcade Gaming bringing home in 3rd place. Absolutely great drive from him. Oblivion, unfortunately, missing out on the podium, but a really good race from him. Plugger, P5, Hennessy, P6, Protein Group, P7, Angus, P8, Marzi, P9, with Matif rounding out top 10, with obviously a lot of the incidents to be looked
at. Just to the governor, yes, we have made a decision. It's Dino. He takes our driver of the day definitely with that result.
Yeah.
Do you agree?
Yeah, I agree 100% with that.
Yeah, he takes it tonight.
He did a phenomenal job.
Stayed out of trouble, and
the turning point was pretty much if he'd come out to win that, made up 5 positions right at the end there in 2 laps. Absolute phenomenal. If I said
and
that correctly.
we fit that unfortunate 3-second penalty there at the last lap. So
yep, and
definitely Dino.
Arcade Gaming got fastest lap as well. So
yeah, Arcade got the fastest lap.
Very interesting and very good race there.
Well, some questionable moves there in the last lap, in the last 2 laps, but all in all, it was a good race up until then. It was very exciting.
Yeah, I'm sure we're going to see. There's going to be.
Stewards are going to be.
Pretty busy. Unfortunately,
wouldn't want to be a Div 3 steward tonight. To be honest.
Oh, I went too far, didn't I? Yep. That's all right. I'll go back into it. So we'll just wait for these boys to join the comms. So we got Arcade Gaming,
Dino's joined,
and Bolts of C 100% from that race, mate. Well done.
That was great effort, mate. That was a really good effort. Congratulations, and we'll see you next week, hopefully.
Yep. Thank you.
That's all right, mate. All right, we're going to move on to our driver of the day and our winner for the main race in Dido. Are you there, mate?
Yeah, mate.
Walk us through. So obviously you fell back to P5 at the start of that safety car when you boxed for new tyres. But walk us through how you got it done and when you did get it done, the feel of obviously coming home to win Monza. Because I believe this is your 2nd time winning Monza, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, it is. Last season as well, you won it.
Yeah, it's definitely a
back to back.
Yeah, it's a track I quite like. But yeah, basically those last few laps, man, I don't know, I had all I could give to Plugger, really. I was just trying to hold on and just use his DRS and save battery. That was what we were both doing. You could see, like, we were both going back to none, trying to save as much battery as possible before that safety car. Because I knew that was what was going to be the decider on that. And then obviously the safety, I didn't know whether to pit. I didn't have fresh softs. But I got told to pit, so I did. And,
good choice.
Yeah, I had to get through some guys. Unfortunately, the battle at the end would have been a little bit closer. I think Plugger got caught up in something, but yeah. And then those last few laps, man, I knew I had to fresh a tire and a lot more battery, just because I didn't have to use as much, and I didn't really have any the pressure from behind that I had most of the race. So it kind of felt, I could relax a bit on that last lap and get the move done, and just use all the battery to get away. But yeah, mate, it's what we needed at Williams. It's been a really bad start to the season. Unfortunately, we've had a lot of DNF. Oh, not so much DNFs, just unluck happen, and you got to move on. But this should help at least soften the blow a little bit. And obviously Daniel, with the communication errors and all that tonight, I'm just trying to get him well in the comms and stuff. It sucks, but yeah, hopefully that's all over now and we have a bit more luck moving on.
Yeah, no, brilliant race from you, mate. And I'll see if Panic has any questions for you.
Yes, mate. I think that was a great. Personally, I think it was a great choice by you and your engineer, whoever that was, to pit and to get that wing change because you had a broken, I think, left end plate on your car. So I think
I actually didn't change it.
Oh, you didn't change it.
No,
Oh,
I
well
just
then
yeah.
you should get triple points then for driver of
It
the day.
was-
By the way, you got the driver of the day, I believe, today. So great
Yeah,
effort there.
yeah. Thanks, guys.
When throughout the race, there was a lot of position changes. Between the top 4, top 5, top 6 at one point. Who were you? How can I put this bluntly? Who were you fearing the most out of this top 6? Who did you think put the most pressure on you that could actually you could lose it to?
I was really disappointed with quali. I feel like I could be a lot higher up, but I in the race, mate, it's definitely evident. Plugger is going to be someone I think is going to continue to battle squash. Josh was unfortunately really unlucky tonight, and he was very quick here. So him and also with Matif, I think those three, mate, and obviously Oblivion. There's a lot of names, and Hennessy that was unlucky tonight. Like there's a lot of names that just weren't up the front tonight that could have been.
Yeah.
But definitely at the moment, honestly, as far as overtakes, I guess he's probably more Oblivion. He definitely doesn't hold back. So
No, he does
yeah.
not, mate.
So
He
yeah.
pushes
Yeah.
his way. He's like a bulldozer. He just pushes his
Yeah.
way through. If there's a tiniest gap, he will definitely take it. And on the just before on Plugger, mate, Plugger's just put in chat that he's actually touched the grass and he spun. That's why he's obviously lost out on that battle. So yeah.
Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah, well, it was really good up until then. Obviously, starting P10 was lucky at the start with a bit of accidents ahead and move through and gain some positions, and just a DRS train trying to save battery and trying to stay calm. It's weird. You got to be letting people pass you. Basically, it's a weird track, but yeah, mate, I'm happy. I'm happy, and the Monza good luck continues, and we'll hope next round at Hungary we have a bit better luck as a team.
Yeah, I think you guys are going to be doing quite well. You showed that last season as well. That you guys work really well. So we'll see you in Hungary next week. And Dynasty, I think we're going to have Josh on behalf of RK here in our chat.
Yeah, we certainly have. So that's not the first time Josh has been unlucky at Monza. But we'll move over to him to speak on behalf of RK Gaming, who bring it home for P3. Josh, are you there, mate?
Yes, I'm here.
How did your race go? Because you were on top of the world in Q1 of the sprint. Nearly got there in the feature. And then all of a sudden, I think I saw your car on the gravel and didn't take the chicane of sector 1 to 2. Great, and yeah, in the bin. So walk us through what happened in that moment. Did you get tapped, or did you just lose the back end, or just walk us through it?
Yeah, look, that little spin, I don't know what happened, whether I just hit the curb the wrong way, a bit of unlucky RNG, and it just spun me. So yeah, that was just a little. He lost some places there. Had two really good qualies, and then yeah, just went from okay to bad to worse. So after that, I just couldn't catch up. I got wing damage from a late move into the braking zone. So it just got worse. And then that safety car needed to come out maybe 5 laps earlier, and it would have been a better recovery because I had the pace. But it is what it is. And then I was lucky not to die in Parabolica, where we were 3 wide, and without having watched it back yet, it looked like I just got turned across and squeezed, and I had nowhere to go. But I'll go back and have a look, and just GG's to RK, first podium on the wheel. So GG's to him.
Yeah, no, he had a really good race as well.
And our winner in P2. So yeah.
No, that's absolutely brilliant race from both of you. Like, obviously it didn't end the way you wanted it to, but you still bring home points. That is the main thing here. You just want to at least bring the car home in one. Well, it doesn't have to be in one piece, just in the points, and you'll be happy. I'll see if Panic has any questions for you.
Oh, how you going, mate?
Good.
Obviously on behalf of RK, so he really had a good race. So I think he's done really well for your team. So what do you think? How is he going to go in Hungary? He showed his pace, yeah. And I said at the start of this race that RK has moved up to Big 3 or so as Hennessy, and he showed his pace at Big 4. So I knew he was going to do quite well in Big 3. What do you think how it's going to go for the rest of the season, and especially in Hungary?
Marco's got the pace. We know that from last season. He has made that shift from the control of the wheel, and he's only going to get faster as he becomes more and more confident on the wheel. So I'm excited to watch his pace and he goes well.
Yeah, the development of the drivers, that's really that's exciting to see. I love watching people catch a lot of the business they're taking in the development of the driver. That's just what it's all about. Yeah, that's the fun. And then you use the wheel, it's really new things, and yeah, I think it's the same as the sport.
Yeah, exactly right. So I'm hoping for a solid season for Red Bull this week.
I bet you do, mate. I will let you go, my friend. Thank you for joining the chat on Marcus' behalf. And I think we've got, I think that's the last one. It's got
Yeah, we said so. I will
Hey guys, how we going?
And the myth, SJ.
Any questions for me, or do you want me to just start?
Yes, SJ, how do you feel in this race, mate? How are you feeling?
Oh, it was all over the place, wasn't it? Queen, spring, P1 all the way down to P16, all in the 19s. It's pretty impressive to see. Obviously, it is sort of a newer division. Obviously, it wasn't formed last season. The guys have obviously had a full season to get themselves, very, very familiar with each other. And you can see that there's, unfortunately, Paddy Pat went out didn't put pits quick enough to get onto them soft tyres in the first stint of quali. So we could have probably had maybe P1 all the way down to probably P18. In the 19s, but no, and obviously the race was very enjoyable. Obviously, for a few drivers it didn't go to plan, but yeah, that's my thoughts on the race.
Yeah, no, it was brilliant to watch from start to finish. Like that grid was that close. It could have been anyone's game, and even that whole race as well. That sprint race, there was probably only 3 seconds between first and eighth, so. Yeah, it was really good to watch until probably the only thing that was bad was that safety car restart.
Yeah.
In my opinion, that was pretty shocking. Shouldn't really see that many people getting murdered on track. But that's what verdicts are for, so we wait and see what they are and see who's done the wrong and see if they correct it the next week. But no, it's a pretty good division to watch and commentate, that's for sure.
Oh yeah, definitely. I think that's obviously with a learning curve, isn't it? You know, that people, when the safety car goes in or a safety car comes out, you know, people are a little bit excited because they've got a real opportunity to, obviously, from the start of their race, which may have not gone to plan, puts a really opportunity of basically anyone from P1 all the way down to P20 can win the race. So brain cells do go all over the place. The reason why I'm in, though, is just to say that it's been a very, very good introduction. This won't be happening every week. This is just the first time I'll be jumping in this time. But no, it's been a great week of racing and ups and downs. It's great to be back. Obviously, we saw Division 1. We saw the defending champion beaten in Melbourne, which was a blinder of a race, actually. Abyss coming in as a reserve driver and then changing his name to a full-time driver after that win. So big up to him. Division 4, obviously the kicks look very, very strong in Division 4. And also the Mercs as well. And then you've also got Division 5. Obviously the McLarens look pretty strong. And also the Mercs as well. And then the Ferraris, and obviously in Division 1. And obviously we saw in Division 6 as well the Aston and the McLarens along. So there's a lot of teams which are quite strong, mixed throughout the board. I think this is probably going to be our most competitive season that we've ever had in Russia's history. Just the way we're looking at the grids, the way that we've formed people in the right divisions, we've really, really nailed it, which I'm very, very happy from the whole team and everyone at Rush. What everyone's done, you know, they put a lot of hard work in putting everyone in the right divisions, and there's so many opportunities for drivers to drive as well, and as you've seen with Division 3 tonight, it's just so competitive as well, the same as Division 2. Unfortunately, it's going to be people that are going to be a little bit frustrated, but come on, it's round 1. There's 19 races, things have changed. We've seen how strict the stewards are. There was a lot of reports in Division 4. You've also got to take into account it is 2 races. It is a sprint and it's a feature. So it's going to give us a little bit more clarity behind when we go to Hungary, obviously next week for 2 to 6. And when we go to Texas as well for Division 1. But so far from my point of view, I think it's been an absolute blinder to the start of the season, and great job from all the commentators, great job from all the stewards getting everything done, and also drivers just keep coming in, and the viewership and the support has just been fantastic. We're nearly up to 1,600 followers already on Twitch, which is amazing, and also having Paddy Pat in here as well, which is unfortunately not the way to go for him tonight with that DNF, but he's obviously got opportunities, 19 races to go. So, and if people do leave, it's racing. People get a bit frustrated and they leave, and you know they end up coming back or whatever. But Bolts tonight was a very, very impressive drive from him. I've just seen a driver that unfortunately it's left, so there is a seat open, Bolt. So message Hado ASAP if you want that seat, because Mike Dinaldi has relinquished his seat, unfortunately, which is a shame. But this is racing. This is what happens. People get a little bit frustrated. And end up leaving and then end up coming back. But so far so good. I think it's been a great opener to the season, guys.
Yeah, I'm in agreement, and yeah, it's only one race. Like, it's a long season. You're not always going to have your best race on the first one, and yeah, it's a marathon, not a sprint. Even though we started with a sprint, but I think it's anyone's ball game, and yeah, it's a shame that drivers leave over one incident, but it is what it is. We carry on. We move on. We move on to next race, and hopefully next race is going to live up to the hype again. But yeah, we'll leave it as that. I was your host, Dynasty Sparrow, and the man on my left was Panic. And you will see us next week in Div 6 comms, cheering on those guys and seeing how they go. Hopefully it's a good race there as well. But it's been great. Other than that, ciao.